Mostly on my part. Is it recording? Yes, it says end recording on there, which means we have started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sugar Spice Everything Dice Game of Cones. This is our first episode together, so there's no episode summary. Other than y'all have created your characters. We are playing a spin-off of Dimension 20's A Crown of Candy. And, side note, I really like this setup a little bit more than sort of that distance setup. I can actually, with peripherals, see everyone at once, as opposed to sort of swivel, which is less friendly. Sorry we took so long to start, but breakfast was fucking fantastic. And thank you to Christopher Mordock and Oshie Montalalo for making that breakfast. I wouldn't imagine anyone had questions at this point, but if you did, please ask. I will be snipping most of this part out of the stream itself.
It's just candy reproduction. Like, I both do and don't want to know.
Same. Yeah. No, same. So both
Please.
like representations of the characters, but also like food and people are made of the same stuff. Like, can you eat yourself? Can you eat the same kind of candy you're made out of, or does it cause a allergic reaction?
Crazy enough. Thank you, Brendan Lee Mulligan, for not answering this question, and also answering this question at the same time. I think his specific response was, "You don't have to think about it that hard." You drink cola as Candians, or like chocolate milk as Candians. The fact that the tree is made of lollipops and you're also made of lollipops is not a weird thing to your character.
It's like in Arthur, where they're all animals, but he has a dog.
Yes, Pluto
but one
and
of his
Goofy.
friends is also a dog.
Pluto and Goofy are both dogs, but like it's clearly a distinction.
That's the evolutionary line.
Between one being an actual dog and one being a sentient goofball, which they decided was his name.
Well, good. I didn't know that you could like cannibalize with drugs, but I was like, so if I'm snorting a line of like of sour powder, does that?
If you eat a honeycomb, I will be very upset. That is my brother.
Fairly quickly, let's do a very short intro, starting at heads or tails, Dakota.
Heads.
That's a heads. We'll start this way. We'll move our way around.
All
Who
right.
are we playing today?
I'm playing Jacobee Honeyglow, first level cleric. Give you one guess on what they're based off of. It's honey. That's the answer. Anyway.
Fair enough. Good. Moving on.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I am playing Kitcat The Caravanning Cavalier. I am a tabaxi rogue who is specializing as an archaeologist. And I am on this mission to be the one discovering any new artifacts, any new cultures. That is the thing I am very nerdily into. Yay.
Excellent. Thank you for being here.
I am Cavanaugh Godivia. I'm a very cordial, cherry cordial, here to be the diplomiest diplomat ever, to definitely far prefer to stab people rather than talk to them.
Thank you for being here, Chris.
I don't even know how to introduce my character.
What is your character based off of? What is their name? And what is their level?
Oh.
At least. I mean, that would be a good start.
I don't know. They're loosely based off of like several different people. So.
Like a Sour Patch Kid / gummy sour candy.
Definitely sour candy.
Sour candy-esque person.
More of the Sour Patch or the Sour Punch kind of variety with the gummy and the powder. So I'm just kind of covered in powder.
Covered in powder, and there's something about like the powder to you. There's sort of a subtle...
where I just get it all over everything and everyone all the time, like a cat.
You're very
just
excited
all the
about
that.
Don't worry, I'm a little sticky too. It's fine.
My waistcoat is more expensive than most of your family fortunes.
Oh, no.
Friend the neighborhood PI, but nobody knows that. But
No, not yet. Thank you for being here.
I'm Tangeline Marmalad. I'm a level 1 bard.
Nice.
Yes, from Fructera.
It's fantastic. Loosely based off of, like, literally marmalade and oranges.
Yes.
Fantastic. We don't have character art yet, but as a group of almost staunchly artists, I'm sure that they will manifest after a few episodes unceremoniously, and then we can print them out on that beautiful Anycubic Mono 4K printer that I have that has a hole in the FEP thing, in the FEP film, which sucks. I got new ones, and so I can't print anything specifically for today. I'm glad that I've had it for the last few weeks. That being said, thank you everyone for being here. We're going to probably just do this weekly on Wednesdays. There's a chance we do it on Sundays, but we'll see how we feel with a bi-weekly game, which can be a bit of a commitment.
So we're doing it every other week?
No. Every Wednesday, and it was like maybe we'll do Sundays if we're all free for like an extra time during one of the weeks.
I can do that.
Sundays are backup day.
Yeah, Sunday's backup day for yeah. That's the best way to describe that.
I think that's good. Use it as a backup if like if we can't make it on Wednesday.
Let's
try it for the Sunday.
Let's aim for the Sunday instead.
I would likely
If the
not be
world
there for the
freezes
Sunday,
and we
but
all
that
lose
is
power.
Right on.
So if the world freezes and we all lose power.
Oh, that would never happen in Texas.
Certainly not twice.
Certainly not twice in the same season, in the same year.
That'd be crazy.
It wouldn't be, it actually happened. That being said, y'all have been given a bit of a rundown of where you'll be starting, of which I will reread it if I can find it. The number of things I have in my Google Keep that are not related to this is humorous. In the year 1, in the reign of the concordant Emperor Amathar Rox, former King of Candia, we pan into the story. This is an unofficial, fan-made continuation of the events of A Crown of Candy. For those who have not seen it, spoilers.
We got the episode.
Spoilers.
It has been 1 year since the War of the Concord, and 16 since the end of the Ravening War. And for the first time in ages, Calorum sees growth in strange, sweet ways. Of the actions of Lord Consort Wilhelmina of the Dairy Isles, Duke of Frieseberg, you don't have to memorize that, the lands of Candia have exploded in size. With it, ushering a new age of budding culture and, surprisingly, magic. The countries, though divided in their 6 food groups, Syresia, the Meatlands, Vegetania, Fructera, Candia, and the Dairy Isles, cooperate, mostly. But let's not get into politics. You, a loyalist to the new Candia, under Queen Saccharina Frostwhip, have today attended the summons for explorers in the new lands of Western Candia, where by duty or by calling, here your story begins, savory, sweet, or sour. That being said, I'll have everyone roll a d20.
already rolling. Alright. Lucky
What was it?
Come out.
I can't read it if I'm
An 18.
18.
4.
12.
Go, Evan.
Where the hell did I put my phone? Not again.
Stop making
4
fun
for
food.
Cavanaugh. 11 for Tox. Marmalade.
12.
Beating out. Okay. Where did we end up, Jacobee?
13. Lucky 13.
Well, he's just got a little line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will very quickly remember that we have 5 players. Until we have a 6th. If we have a 6th, I hope so. I miss my friends dearly. That being said, Kitcat, I mean, we're learning about the characters just as much as we are experiencing them. Kitcat, what brought you to the summons today? Uh-oh.
To the where?
To the summons at Castle Candy in the front courtyard where the trainings of the battlements exist. Here, where everyone is soon to arrive, whether by hook or by crook, is a training field where the Tartguard, the Tartguard, and the Knights of North Gambia, as well as a handful of conscripts and recruits, have been gathered for sort of a recruitment event in the very ancient, not modern form. There's no fold-out tables. There's no weird guy in a business suit trying to sell you a pyramid scheme.
But this is a recruitment.
There's a
This is a
belt.
recruitment. Yes.
And do I know what the recruitment is for? Like, I know my purpose
Yes,
of why
you
I'm
know
going.
the purpose. I believe, at least is what we discussed last week, is that you are coming on behalf.
I am coming on behalf of my own clan? Okay. So, I would say I come from essentially an explorer's guild more than anything, and have been called upon as a representative of the guild for the purpose of exploring the new land, the new territory. They specifically called me because I am a specialist for field work. I go out, I find the things, I take the notes and the research, and I have to sometimes, bust a cap on some people.
You're an
occasionally.
effective individual,
So-
particularly.
They send me to go into the field, and they trust that I'll return with whatever thing I'm set out to find.
Fair enough.
When it comes to how I am behaving on this scene here, is I already know that I know I'm tough shit, and I know I'm like really, really cool and charming, and so I am merely like playing with my whip and like realigning. I always want everything to be like really in stock of like, I got my whip, I got my things, I'm fully prepped. When I walk up to be, hi, I am here on behalf, I am ready to go at any point for
fantastic.
adventure.
Absolutely. You arrive at the site of what we had described on behalf of your guild as the most effectual of the...
It's an explorer's guild, but I'm an archaeologist.
Ooh, a bit nerdy on
Yes.
that aspect. I love that. Are you particularly good with like people and understanding dynamics?
Extremely charismatic and being able to handle the people side of, hey, I might need to turn my way through a situation to get this artifact without them realizing. So a little bit of that roguishness, because I am a rogue, but I would say roguish is a very much so what I'm trying to put out as my demeanor of a sly cat look.
Fair enough. If this is for everyone, if you have a posdom, that's a positive wisdom. That was a bit of a dribble of two words.
Posdom.
If you have a posdom,
Yeah.
then posdom.
Precisely.
If you have a positive wisdom modifier, then you will know, at least upon immediate arrival, that the hierarchy is very clearly the Knights of Northumbria are like the officials, and the Tart Guard are more like the foot soldiers / fodder of the army of Candia. There's clearly out in the fields, the Tart Guard are playing with each other and tickling each other with weapons, and when they're supposed to be doing battle training. Whereas the Knights of Northumbria, which are largely giant gummy bears in armor, are running this show here. Kitcat, it is clear to you, as someone with a high perception and a fairly high wisdom,
It's okay.
that the person who you should talk to, who is looking out in a way that appears like they're looking for individual recruits, is a lime green gummy bear in essentially splint or plate mail. We do have a mini that represents this character.
Oh, beautiful.
A little guy.
Well, maybe perhaps if this is permissive. Yes, look at this beautiful.
So pretty.
Yes, look at that
What a good man.
shield and mace and full plate.
Tasty.
And here are the bumbling yet adorable
Funky little dudes.
little sweet tart dudes and little gummy bears. Everything is candy based. If it's not, then it wouldn't be appropriate to this game. Well,
Naturally.
everything is food based. We're basing ourselves out of candy. Everyone's a candy person because
And just imagine they're playing pat cake.
they're essentially, yes, they're tickling each other with weapons, and you see, or at least in a general, because all of you have arrived at this point, you see two Tart Guard using their shields run at each other as if they were in little Zorb balls and bounce off of each other using the shields. And giggle as the orange one falls down on the ground and the yellow one says, "I always win, Frank. I'm so sorry. You are not quite as strong as you say you are." But it's all right, we are still friends. And the yellow one helps the orange one to stand.
Do it again.
How do we win wars?
Sheer numbers. Kitcat. I would say it's fair to assume that you arrive at the lime green gummy bear.
All right. Hello, I am the representative from the Explorers Guild. My name is Kitcat The Caravanning Cavalier. How may I be of service?
Ah, wonderful. It is great to see that everyone has come to the summons.
Everyone?
Well, I'm assuming everyone. I can't be quite sure yet, but at least the Explorers Guild sent someone. You said your name is Kitcat. Kitcat.
Kitcat.
And part of the Explorers Guild. I would say that perhaps I'm not the best person for you, but I will put you in the right team.
Who would be the right person?
That would be Sir Razzleberry.
A raspberry. Well, you don't seem like the razzleberry.
No, my name is Sir Limey.
Ah, lovely to make your acquaintance.
Indeed. We'll be working together, I assume. I can only assume because you have come on a summons, which means you are mandated to be here.
Or at least someone from your guild.
Well, someone was supposed to, and I leapt at the option.
I love it. If you would go speak to Sir
Razzleberry.
Razzleberry, that would be in best interest.
Absolutely. And can I do a perception check
Absolutely.
to look around for what would I assume to be razzleberry?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll that D20 perception.
3. wait, perception.
What a great
That's
Oh, I
a
love you.
4. Wait,
That's
5.
That's a positive number. 5 ain't great.
Oh, the flop. I can't reach
Oh
it.
my
No,
goodness.
I'm sorry.
There's a
Continue. I
super
got
cute cat. This
momentarily-
happens every game. You
Under
start
the
getting very
table.
loud, and the cats are like, "It is time."
It is time.
This baby.
A 5.
A 5. You.
Who
look
do I
around.
assume to be a razzleberry?
Well, there is an almost assortment of rainbow-colored tart guard. To give you a 5, I will not give you the answer, but I will give you what is around you.
I'm saying who I assume to be razzleberry, not who razzleberry is.
Yes, there is a rainbow of sweet tart guard,
Ah.
and there is a much shorter rainbow of gummy bear knights. There's a green one, a pink one, a red one, and a blue one.
Okay. Well, razzle sounds red. We're gonna go to the red one. And I go to the red one. And I
Fantastic,
do
fair
a
enough.
similar introduction
okay.
with the bow, introducing who I am, the guild I am from, and the interest for the explorers party to the new territory.
Yes. I am not Sir Razzleberry.
Who's Razzleberry?
The blue one.
I see blue flavored razzle. Different razzle.
It is fine. It is fine.
You
We
just
move
walk
on.
up to each other and licking each other. Just
Blue raspberry.
I assume the blue one's like,
We're grinning sarcasm.
like right next to
Very.
it.
They are standing together, actually. You get into the other one.
I don't repeat. I just adjust my bow and do it again.
Surprisingly, I guess I don't know if surprisingly is the right word for this. Limey stands at about 6 feet. Razzleberry and this cherry flavored one stand at about like 7.5. They are much taller. They are like Goliath in D&D Goliath sized
Kitcat
bears.
is about 5 feet tall.
Yeah, these are towering gummy bears.
I'm a tiny cat.
That
little
being
bit.
said, a little
A
small.
small dark chocolate cat.
That being
Just a
said,
little
you
friend.
turn and bow, and we pan to Jacobee.
Ah, yes. Jacobee is a rather tall, honey-colored and flavored being, just entirely monochromatic, made out of this honey-colored syrup, almost like dripping down their form as they walk. They look kind of like an ooze, but in
Slime-esque, yeah.
yeah, a little sticky, I suppose. With just these long robes like flowing down their form. They carry a shield on their back and walk with a long staff, topped with a small like little honeycomb, not honeycomb, but you know those
the
like
little
little
honey, the
spiral
thing that the
things?
bees,
Yeah,
the bee comb
those
thing.
things. Yeah.
The
Yes.
Yeah, Yes.
The
No,
the
I
one
like
that they
that
use in Honey
I'm
Nut
just
Cheerios.
imagining the
stick with the
Oh,
honey
it's
shaped
honeycomb
object.
cereal, like
Yeah.
Yes,
The
that
stick.
one.
Yes, God, yes. They have a sort of like beekeeper-esque helmet as they walk towards. Well, who seems to be in charge in this area?
It seems like Limey is doing most. Sir Limey is doing most of like the jurisdiction-y. People have sort of approached them first as they stand largely at the front of this space.
Reasonable.
And they seem to be rather inundated with requests for.
Jacobee
Purpose.
is going to just sort of walk towards him with purpose and just go, "Hello, I'm here for the summons on behalf of the church."
Right you are. We could always use, Alright.
Jacobee Honeyglow at your service.
Sir Limey at your service as well. You are here on behalf of the church.
Yes.
Right then. Are you perhaps here for combat purposes? Or is it... I know that they have sent out a summons, Sir Theobald Gumbar, but I do not know the exact purpose of the church coming on this expedition.
I'm here to offer aid and healing to those who need it, and to make sure that, ideally, all of the party comes back alive.
Oh, fantastic. I thank you for coming. If you would please, honestly, I have no idea where you are supposed to be. So if you would please sit nearby or do something.
And Jacobee just has like these pale, like yellow eyes, no pupils, just sort of staring directly into his soul.
I am unsure of where your placement is, and I apologize for that. I did not know.
Just Kobe just sort of nods and wanders off to the side
To go
and just
and
starts
rest.
surveying the area.
Fair enough.
What do you survey, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
a good question.
surveying for something?
I guess sort of trying to analyze the people, like, what are we working with? Who's showing up for this summons?
It seems like tinkling noises of coins. It seems like a lot of the conscripts are, how do you say, unmatched? In that there's not a lot of similar flavors. There's kind of just 1 to 2 people from each house in Candia. There only seems to be Candians here, which I wouldn't say makes you feel weird in a way, but it makes you feel perhaps a little bit outside of the norm as sort of an exotic person in this space. As everyone else is very saccharine sweet, and you're a bit more of a savory sweet person. The most numerous existence here is by far the tart guard.
Reasonable.
So goddamn many.
It's probably about 24 tart guard out here.
And they're all going,
They're having a fucking chummy time. They're having a great time out here. Absolutely zero business on their part of being business.
I think Jacobee just like frowns a little in their direction, but doesn't see it as their place to intervene.
Oh, precious. You stay off a bit to the side for now. Marmalade. Or rather, Tangeline. Should I call you by your first
please.
Tangeline?
Tangeline will be just fine.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am here on recommendation of Princess Ruby Brooks. I'm here to see the Queen Saccharina for the summons.
You're speaking to Limey, correct? Sir Limey?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Fair.
Whoever's up there.
There is up at the front. A lady. Hello and welcome.
Yes, Lady Tangeline Marmalad.
Lady
of House
Tangeline.
Citrine.
Marmalade of House Citrine.
Citron.
Yes, it is House Citron. I do not correct a lady. I would never correct a lady. That would be bad form. I would say that you're part of the special division.
A special division.
Yes, if you are here on purpose of House Citron,
For political reasons, yes.
yes, then you will be
I
part
have
of...
business with the Queen. When she is available, of course. I don't want to make any decision.
Well, good, because I have very little sway with Queen Saccharina. I am merely a lowly gummy bear knight in the war. You don't need to know about me, it's fine.
Yes, that's fine. Will you direct me to where I need to be to speak for her? I will wait. It's okay.
Okay.
What will you now?
I kind of wander in. I'm wearing like casual adventure clothing, like just like not anything formal, and I have my backpack from my little rucksack from traveling with the circus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bindle, correct? It's not the stick with a little handkerchief
It's kind
on
of
the end.
like one of those,
Oh, it's like one of the little backpacks we used in Indonesia.
Yes, like a jet setter, backpacker, European kind of bullshit.
And you're walking into the castle, yeah?
I'm
Across the
sort
moat.
of like heading in that direction, because I don't want to just march straight in, but I'm gonna try and go and.
Are you
speak
trying
with
to not be seen, or are you trying to just do this on a vague?
No, I'm doing it very casually. I'm not trying to avoid being seen, but I'm not like.
Fair enough. What dice are we not using? There's a lot of dice out right now. What sets of dice are we coming out? Okay, these ones will do it. These two will do it.
That was too much.
All right, a
dice.
disadvantage. A sort of powdered pink tart guard sees you leaving and comes up to you. They have a little rapier and a little lollipop shields, like the big swirly lollipops of the 60s.
The lollipop. Yeah.
Lollipop shields. And they say to you, hello!
Good morning, dear.
Are you lost?
I am looking for your queen.
Okay. Do you perhaps want to have a tickle fight first?
Well, I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know where the queen is.
Do you know who might know where she is?
I would ask one of the gummy bears.
I see, thank you. I will go do this.
Are you leaving?
I will go ask the gummy bears. Would you like to take me? Will you be my
I would love to be your escort.
fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, let's go.
It gives out like an arm for you to link on with, and it leads you back to Limey. Hello, this lady would like to see the queen.
Thank you, darling. You've been very helpful.
Yes. Perhaps this is a bit of a recurring thing. If you would please,
I'm like mildly annoyed, so I'm just kind of like I'm self-soothing a little bit.
Bronk, would you please inform the tart guard inside that there's perhaps someone to see Queen Saccharina here?
Yes, thank you. That would be fantastic.
The pink tart guard Bronk runs off, halfway stopping from running. Make a perception check. Roll a d20 and add your perception modifier.
Perception. Where the hell do... Oh, wait.
It might be in alphabetical order.
13 is a passive wisdom.
It's
Two
under
seconds.
here?
It's under here.
What's under one of many of these skills? It might be in
Oh,
alphabetical
plus
order.
3. Okay.
It is
15.
in alphabetical order.
It is in alphabetical order.
Or should be.
Oh, that's a
It should be.
15.
A 15. You see Bronk Tart stop and mumble to themselves. Swords away when you're running, Sir Theobald would be very upset with me. And he puts his sword away and then continues running inside. And the pink tart runs into the building and you are sort of left here.
Okay.
Limey is like...
I have apologies, milady, but must attend to other things now.
Yes, of course.
Talks. Welcome to the scene. You arrive, and what is the first thing that catches your eye here?
Where is everybody?
There's a smattering around of individuals that do not match, per se, with the sort of general
Gummy bears and
I think-
unanimous tarts and gummy bear look.
I think that Honeyglow is probably standing off to the side near enough to Limey to sort of overhear some of what is going on there.
Yeah, that sounds very fair.
Waiting for further instructions.
I am obviously still charming and schmoozing essentially with
Sir
with
Razzleberry.
Sir Razzleberry. I don't know how he would react to this, but essentially, I am just kind of like talking to him and just like, so what are the specs of the other explorers and like who else is coming here? Are they up to snuff, sort of thing? Because I know I am, but I don't know about your choice of things, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Fair enough.
So I would probably just be kind of like measurably taking everything in, like just kind of eye starting to all of the people
All
and
the
the
existences around.
taking it in.
Fair enough. You are approached by a yellow tart with armor on its arms and legs. It's holding a spear in one hand and a lollipop shield in the other. As I very subtly look down at my list of names for the tart card. Hello, milady. Or sir, I cannot be sure. I apologize. My name is Brodger. I cannot help but notice you are not in line.
Hello, my name is Tox.
They go to shake your hand, but they have a spear in one hand and a shield in the other. They like extend the shield.
I just like
Shake the shield. What was that? You said your name?
Tox. I was like, you were talking. Hello, my name is Tox. I was called here by the Queen's College roommate's aunt. I won't bore you with the details. I
am very easily distracted.
Oh, perfect.
You said your name was Tox, right?
Certainly.
Nice to meet you. I feel sort of awkward. I guess I'll leave you alone unless you want to perhaps have like a bout or something.
No, I'm here to...
Oh no, my weapon is not sharp. It looks very sharp. I've made it look very sharp, but it is not very sharp. It is very dull.
Perfect. I am here with and I everything I have is just like covered in pockets, and I don't on any I just kind of absentmindedly shove things places, so I'm always kind of like
reaching for an object you need.
Just pull out some I don't know. You've never seen an ID quite like it before, because I've just kind of shambled it together myself.
Together, made it out of a piece of sugar card.
Yeah, just perfect. I'm the safety inspector.
Oh! I'm inclined to tell you, being very honest, I was told to be very honest with my intentions and the things that I say. I cannot read. So I'm to assume that you're being very honest. Are you being very honest?
Oh, quite.
Good! Do you want a hug?
Yeah.
This sweet tart, this human-sized sweet tart gives you a hug. And it's like, well, you seem up to snuff. I'll see you later.
Covered in dust.
Covered in sour candy dust. It turns around, it leaves.
Kind of like the color of
the body.
You know, the black cherry warheads, that really deep purple, but it's so covered in dust that you could only see through. That's kind of where.
Oh, that's so fucking cool. Yep, you survey the rest of the space and no one really bothers you other than Roger. Roger the top
Roger
guard.
the bother.
Roger the bother. That is to say, we make it finally to the bottom of our introductions. Cavanaugh Godivia. Please tell me how you approach and how you're approaching the scene here.
I'm going to find the high ground because the first thing I want to do is survey the gathered parties to see if there's anyone that I personally actually know. Because that's how this could go very bad very fast.
Very quickly.
Assuming I don't see anyone that will immediately spot me on sight. Adjust the long Bulbian colors coats. Just the house symbol. Get my owl, as we have practiced many times, to swoop on the shoulder and dramatically unveil the invitation. Practice that once or twice.
Oh, beautiful.
And then pick the tallest person available and walk right towards them like I own the place.
Fantastic.
This is what Cavanaugh would do. Definitely what Cavanaugh would do.
You pass by a dark, purplish, warhead-looking individual as you are on the high ground, and pass by them and give them a little salute or wave, and continue down the hill towards what you can only assume to be the tallest individual here, which are the red and blue gummy bears.
Perfect.
In front of them is a brown, bipedal, chocolate cat-like person.
Who has the nicest outfit?
Oh man, can we roll to see whose outfit is better?
Boy.
Probably, definitely not.
I am going to allow that for sure.
Okay,
if you
cool.
wanted to roll in,
Is there any
and you said no,
modifiers?
it would be a
Is it a?
disadvantage.
Can we do? Can
Alright.
we do a charisma?
I mean, half of
To
my
see
pockets are
with
just
charisma.
like
I will-
added on as an
I will say,
afterthought.
I will say in
Yes,
my inventory says I have
charisma.
fine
Modifiers?
clothes.
Fine clothes.
Yeah. Wait, what are we rolling?
Oh god.
D20 plus charisma.
That's not great.
Is it just a
16.
They
Wait,
You've
am I
been out
rolling
in the
also
Dairy
with a
Sea and you've been out in Vegetania. It's got some sort of smear and
Yeah.
stain on the pauldron. of
What?
the-
It's been a long time.
One.
getting there.
Horrifying.
With the
Plus
disadvantage.
Is it just plus
Oh,
straight
wait,
charisma?
Oh,
Plus-
no.
I'm assuming modifier.
Charisma is-
Modifier.
Plus the charisma mod.
Plus the
I
charisma
am
modifier.
also a 16. We have equally as nice outfits. Equally as nice.
Plus 2 charisma.
I do.
Okay, a nat one, unfortunately, in every sense of the word, is a nat one. I'm glad that it's on a roll that is as silly as this, and not like your death save,
Yeah.
which counts as 2 failures.
I've been traveling a while.
You
I
are
probably had a little bit of a
consistent.
funk, like
A little
just
bit of a Lionel from Charlie
Yeah.
Brown, sort of the powder is
Pig-
sort of
pig-
falling off of
Pigpen,
you.
right? Is that-
Pigpen, that's who it was. Yes, kind of like a dust
Bit of-
coming off of your many pocketed duster coats. That is to
Equally
say,
as
equally
nice.
dashing.
Anybody beating a 16?
I've just kind of got my candy cigarette hanging out of my
The one that's basically just like a rod of white.
I think we both
powdery
kind of like
candy.
make eye contact and look at
Right.
the nicer outfit. and we're
Acknowledging.
like, nicer.
Is there, I'm sorry, is there something, do I have something on my face?
No, there
No,
are no
my lady,
flaws at
nothing.
all.
No, my lady, nothing at all.
Oh, thank you. You're so-
Absolutely nothing is on her face.
Not a single bit.
Not, well,
Nothing
I have-
is on your face.
Well, I have
Nancy.
features, of course, on my face.
Yes.
Yes.
Flawless. So, I assume you're in charge.
In charge? No, I'm not
Yeah.
in charge. No, I am responding to the summons as well.
Ah,
You are here as for the adventure party.
yes. Cavanaugh Godivia.
Cavanaugh Godivia.
And with the wave, the owl.
There's a very official seal at the bottom of Queen Saccharina, which is literally like a scoop of ice cream upside down with a cone on top of it like a crown as her seal.
House
Can,
Godivian, Fructerian border diplomat families.
Godivian Fructarian board. I am also from Fructera. Lady Marmalad.
A pleasure.
Tangeline, please.
Tangeline.
as they're doing this introduction, can I roll an insight check as I investigate looking at his invitation?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't trust this guy for shit. That's a 14.
Insight, what are you trying to glean from it? If
Is
a
it
fake
real?
invitation?
Yeah.
No, this is an authentic. You could see that the wax seal
yeah.
was like made of like malted sugar skull with like a dip of some sort of fruit in it. So there's no. You would have to find an
Sugar
incredible forager to create that perfect
I
wax
pull an
seal
identical
at the bottom.
one out of my little satchel. I say, yes, do you know Miss Queen Saccharina?
Oh, I cannot say the pleasure personally, but I am certain she knows of me.
Ah, wonderful.
You do?
I know her. Well, no, not directly per se. I've been traveling for the last year or so with Princess Ruby
Oh,
of House Rocks. Yes, they're sisters.
yes, they are. Goodness. Where have you traveled?
Yeah, I've circus performers. Yes.
I see. Then, do you know if any of these know each other? Is this all a sort of a family reunion?
A family reunion? I don't suppose. It's as far as I am aware, this is an exploratory mission for the new lands, which have expanded. They've been doing these operations. This is what I was told. Candia used to be much smaller, you see. And now there's unincorporated territories.
Ah. So you do not expect to see anyone that you know.
I'm not sure what to expect, to be quite honest.
Good. Very good. And yourself?
I'm a representative of the Explorers Guild. I am here on behalf of the whole guild itself and specialize in archaeology. I love exploring, you see, to new places for old items.
Well, I don't suppose you would find any old items, you see, because these lands are very new. They simply did not exist.
Ah, yes, but there might be things to uncover. Layers upon layers of things are usually found in most places. Maybe the land we stand on itself used to be something long ago.
Well, I hope you find out.
Do you suspect a secondary civilization?
Who knows? I also do not know what to expect.
Yes. Then what are we waiting for? I see what I took to be the official of the space based on your outfit alone. The gummy bears, lovely, bold, powerful, never in charge.
Never enjoyed it. They are sort of guardsmen, you see, for the Candian royals. Their loyalty lies exclusively with the ruling house of Candia.
Then where is the ruling house?
Well, I've come to find Queen Saccharina, and however the dark guard who went to fetch her, he is... we don't know where she is went, so...
Perhaps I should ask an actual bear in this mission.
Yes, I was about to purchase...
Yes, I asked this one. He said to wait for the rest of the explorers party, which I assume is... you. Is it you?
I suppose it may be. That would make sense. We have a Closian royal explorer and a diplomat. Likely the others will be the father of cannons.
A father of cannons?
Yes.
Who was the mother?
I don't know. I'm afraid to ask the Dark Guard this.
They would know nothing.
I'm afraid they'll answer.
I guess who has the rest of the party gathered to this area? I want to know if, we know this is the complete party or not.
Because too terrible an outfit, not even on my radar as an existent entity.
Outfits.
Tox, you are standing on the high hill. The individual past you has joined some group of people. Jacobee, you are directly adjacent to this, as Wani is not very far off from the other individuals. And of the conversations that are occurring, this is a breath of fresh air that is not tart guard. Sort of having a chummy time with one another. And they're not xenophobic and they're not exclusionary. The tart guard are speaking to pretty much every single individual who has come up.
Hi.
But it has largely been for hugs and tickles and sort of not very official business. This is a stark change from that interaction. To be sure.
If you do snuggles with the tart guard, they are very, they're very uncomfortable to be around.
On every level.
But they're very sweet and well-intentioned.
Yes.
Please.
I think Jacobee sees the gathering of adventurers and starts slowly meandering their way towards them. I rolled a 3 on the outfit check, so I'm going to say that
No, I
the
can't
outfit
stand
is...
you.
It is, hey, nice drip.
I'm
Fucking...
I'm going to say that the outfit is just very uncanny. It looks almost to blend into their skin in some areas. And they seem very translucent in some places where their flesh is just visible and they're not wearing a lot of clothes there. They're a very eerie appearing individual as they sort of walk towards the gathered group.
Do you leave goop?
I was just goop as you step. Is there sort of a clear trail of footprints? Just a light smattering
Just
of
a
syrup.
tiny little bit.
Everything is just a little sticky.
I think I do say that. Wow, nice drip. As you approach.
thank you. It is all natural.
I can tell. As I kind of take I think I have a cloak, an adventuring cloak, and I kind of swing it to the side to not get anything on it.
I will have the same initial response and then visibly fight to overcome it. Welcome, traveler. I am Cavanaugh Godivia. A pleasure. The owl, not realizing this is not the cue again,
rolls it back up and then rolls it down.
This is Quilliam.
Cavanaugh, old friend, it is lovely to see you again.
Yes.
It has been quite some time since the monastery.
A very long time. I
This is
did not
canon.
recognize you because of how long a time it has been.
It's a
How-
nice.
how
One
long-
might say many years.
One might say.
A few, I suppose.
Just a few, yes. Just a few years, yet it seems like so many to me.
You are exploring on behalf of the church?
Oh, I am here to aid my support on their behalf, yes.
The Bulbians.
Yes, of course. And you see, like, they have this, like, little Bulbian amulet resting on their chest. It kind of, like, sinks into the cloak a little.
So it's skewed off.
Yeah.
Sticking out
They
of
just
the
sort of, like,
Oh,
rearrange it a little bit.
Part of me also being an archaeologist means I have a natural ability to appraise anything within the cultures I know, which
Yeah.
is basically most of them I explore.
Yeah.
So can I do a quick insight to appraise how much that amulet
Fucking
is?
do it.
Please do. Yes, roll.
That is, let's see, 9. That's a 9.
A 9. Well, it doesn't seem particularly expensive. It's rather old, actually.
I can't tell because of all the honey on
It's
it.
kind of, it's got a little goopy there. You can see they seem to
that
be in a bit of a hurry
natural?
getting themselves here and just through traffic and
I can't
everything.
tell if that's like in my head. I'm like, I can't tell if that glint of gold is genuine gold or is it only obscured because of the honey.
Is it silver sunk into an orange medium
Yeah.
that makes it look gold?
Can I roll a
It's hard to
perception check on this person?
What are you
That's
trying to
What
find
are you trying to
out?
find out? The word perception.
Like, if I would have... Okay, so the rank within the church, if I would just know, or if I would have to...
That would probably be more like
History?
History
like
check?
understanding of historically where someone with this appearance
Yeah, where
would
they
be.
would... Yeah.
Little man.
Perception modifier?
History.
History.
Modifier.
Which is what? Wisdom?
It's alphabetical under the skills.
Oh.
The many,
right.
many, many skills.
Plus 2. Okay, that's a 9.
That's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
They're clearly a part of the church, and this is not a ruse. They for sure have church regalia.
Would they be high enough to have, like, the...
They have
the
like sort
pop-
of like the vestments and the robes and everything, and
Okay.
What else was the question?
You
might not get an answer with a 9, but you can ask anyway.
Yeah, so like if they would benefit from like the church's political interest, or if they're kind of just somebody who.
It's clear that they are not
they're not.
the
They're not a
pontifex.
pontifex.
They're
Yeah.
not the pontifex. They're not a primogen.
Not the pontifex.
They're not like
That
a
narrows it down.
high-ranking church member. They don't have like the headpieces of like a high priest or priestess of the Bulbian church. They're for sure, from your best guess, like a missionary. They're like moderate. They're like the workman's to above workman's level of Bulbian. Official Bulbian. Not Bulbian official. They don't really probably rank over a lot of people. Is that fair to say?
It's all Billy.
definitely, yeah. Like they're level 1. They're not gonna be.
I am the Pope.
It is I, the Pope.
And it's
No
not
stiff
Pope.
breezes, I'll die.
That's very accurate to the Pope.
Yeah.
The Pope tends to be a rather old white man, so
Yeah.
yes, about 3 HP.
What is the nature of your service to this mission?
Well. And you see they think for just a second and they say, I am here to represent some of the church's, well, interests. and but I'm personally rather here to make sure that you all get back safely. You can insight check on that if you want.
Okay.
Yes, with all of my -1 to that. How's a 15?
13.
Okay, so you can tell that there's something else they're looking for, but it's not quite. I guess
They're not saying it.
they're not really saying it, but what they've said is true. In their official
not
capacity,
lying.
this is what they are here to do.
Okay.
Are you surprised to see that we have all arrived safely?
Only mildly, considering the days at the monastery. But
Yes, those days.
At the monastery.
So you two know each other.
I am a little sad that you have forgotten.
It has been a long time and many, many academic studies and sudden upheavals. It is good to see you again after so long. A few years. At least.
Is there any way to insight check this?
Oh my god. Would she have doubts?
I think they're acting very strangely, and this is not a face that many people tend to forget. Being
What with it being constantly melting, ever-present honey. Alright, this is why I spec into deception.
Oh, it's fucking
How's
good.
your 24? Did you match a 24?
16.
Convinced.
Cavanaugh has always
Oh.
been just a tiny bit like
Airheaded.
know so many people that it's like it's you, Joseph, or Jedediah, or Jacob, or Brent. I met 100 people last month.
It started with a J. You
I
love
know.
me.
I'm pretty sure.
I think Jacobee just sort of nods and accepts this.
Good.
It is nice that, at the least, that we have a chance to run into each other again.
Yes, as unexpected as that was for you. And myself, of course.
Of course.
So, when do we start?
As soon as one of the officials of the actual empire shows up, not that yourself is not an official, but I doubt that you're the one coordinating and giving us instructions, yes?
Who is it you are speaking to? I would like to.
Turning to the tallest available gun.
Razzle.
The Razzle, Sir Razzleberry. It is now very plainly obvious as you look them directly in the face. Their mace is sort of planted in the ground. Their shield is hanging limply at their side, and they are fast asleep, standing up.
Yes. So, given this as it is...
And I've been just like, nobody really noticed that I had ambled down, and I've just been like casually standing next to you, and like nobody has even. Suddenly, out of your peripherals, there's a person there.
The red, also giant gummy bear raises. They're holding the mace. They raise their mace in not a violent way, but towards the blue one. Is anyone interrupting that before I do whatever it is?
Oh, what? Wait.
The
gummy
red
bears
and
aren't
blue
threats.
one are standing next to each other.
Okay.
Blue one is fast asleep, standing up, and the red one raises the mace, which is sort of that item. that
At what
they're
angle?
holding in.
Like,
So
not
you're-
into...
In sort of a direct on way, as if they were holding like a broom handle.
Are they gonna tickle fight?
Maybe.
Yeah, I watched this play out.
I take a step out of what I think is going to be swing range, but like politely.
Politely backed up. The red one pokes the other one on the breastplate in a way
Clang,
loud
clang.
enough, clang clang, and wakes them. And they're like, Sorry, I did not sleep very well last night. Hello.
What kept you up?
Official Candian business.
Insight check.
Inside check.
God damn it. I am not rolling well.
8.
13.
Not good.
16.
I leave that.
What did I add to it?
Insight,
Oh, insight. You did say that.
16.
16.
10.
10.
13 total.
It's clear that they are very sleepy, and you don't know very much about them if you've got lower than a 10. A 16 says that they were up last night this is not a fake sleep. They were for sure sleeping on the spot. With a 16, you do notice sort of a shameful look in their eye for a moment.
Had it up with the dark guard.
Meat is stealing snacks behind me. It's beautiful. I hear the little tinkle of her putting her fucking arm up in the food machine. Meat! You're so interrupting.
Crying.
Fucking crimes from this one.
Vend!
Little Miss
Vending machine,
Vend.
vend!
Vend machine, vend!
To a vend. Yeah, they... For a moment, they flick in embarrassment, and they're like, official business. I'm to assume that you are all in my platoon.
Are you to be our lieutenant?
Yes. I will be, me and Limey will be the attendants on this voyage.
I see.
Are there multiple platoons being formed? The invitation does not have a specific codex or an identifier to assign them. Yes.
Serrano, you're better at talking than me. The cherry one says, right, that is. Yes, there are multiple expeditions being formed. West Candia is very large. And to put it shortly, to put everyone in one place, if there was perhaps a problem to occur, we wouldn't want to lose everyone at once, especially with someone of such noble birth.
Yes, speaking of which, I have intentions of speaking with Miss Queen Sakarina before we depart. I have some business I need to discuss with her.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion is okay. 19.
May I aid another to just like push this over the top?
Do you have proficiency in persuasion?
Oh yeah.
Then roll at advantage.
I was also going to say if I
You don't have to
could-
roll anything, Chris.
If all...
That'd be a 24.
Wow.
Sir Serrano says, that's fair. Did you send an envoy to her, or perhaps someone to speak on your behalf?
No, I am here on behalf of Ruby Rocks. Princess Ruby Rocks,
Oh, yes,
House
yes.
Rocks.
Yes,
and
yes,
I
yes.
have this business I must discuss with the Queen.
Yes, did you send someone inside for you, is what I'm asking. I apologize.
There is the sweetheart.
A tart guard?
Yes, I was actually making my way.
I apologize, I must go. Sir Razzleberry, please keep to your platoon. I'm going to go and speak with Sakarina. Apologies, I
I'm
must
much
go.
obliged.
The heavily armored gummy bear bounces off as he jogs away into the castle. A few minutes later, he returns and he says, if you would come with me.
Yeah, I follow him.
Okay. Are these your people? This is part of the platoon, or did you come with them?
No. These we've all responded. These have all responded to the summons, and I am simply here to.
I understand.
Yes.
Well met, everyone. Well met.
Yeah.
Hello. I will be leaving now, but it is nice to see such bright faces. Unfortunately, you will not be in my platoon. You will probably be with Razzleberry here. I wouldn't say unfortunately. So Razzleberry is just very passionate about other things than perhaps being awake in the daytime.
Is he on night duty most of the time?
He gives Razzleberry a look. Do you want to make an insight on that?
My insight is 11.
It is a look of like... the way you look at your child, an offspring, when they have done something cute but embarrassing to you. Sort of like a aw face. It's like, I'm sure you'll get to know Razzleberry very well. It is not my place to speak on his behalf. Anyway, if you would please come with me. We haven't been introduced.
Yes, I am Tangeline Marmalad of House Citron.
All right, Lady Marmalade. Sir Serrano,
Sir Serrano,
Yes.
yes. So
Come!
I just follow him, and then when I meet with the queen, I'm gonna explain.
Yes, you attend to the throne room. You are bumped up in line. The queen is it's clear from sort of the workings around here that she is seeing people actively while she is on the throne, and she is deciding upon people's like requests. And fates is not the right word for it, but people are coming and requesting aid here, and they're requesting like more food to be sent here, and sort of there's brigands and the West Cake and that sort of thing, and she's dispatching individuals, and you are bumped up in line to speak to them in front of the throne.
Fantastic. So I approach and I kneel.
Oh. Forgiven.
Your Majesty.
That's me. She is an ice cream queen with a long cape that has sort of this mint chocolate chips running down it. As sort of a witch queen, she still has like a chocolate pauldron underneath this cape. She's got a shock of like Neapolitan colored ice cream hair that if she put up would be a mohawk, but otherwise it's shaved on the sides. It just hangs off to the side. Her skin is sort of a mint ice cream green. And she sits on the throne. At her side is a giant wooden spoon, which, as someone who has read up on the history of Candia, is the Winter Scoop, the ice cream sorceress.
Yes. Your Majesty, I'm Lady Tangeline Marmalad of House Citron at your service. I have done a great deal of traveling with your sister Ruby, and she recommended me that I join you here for this day of exploration. She says you may be able to help me.
I may be able to help you.
Oui.
In what
You
way?
see, I am a refugee of sorts, and I explain my history. You have my backstory already, too.
You explain it fairly briefly. In front of this, of her and what looks like several advisors in the space. Okay.
Okay, and then what I'm looking for is an arrangement of like how I can fill a role in the new Candian empire as it's expanding, and also have my own place where I can live the life that I'm used to, but not have to be running around from the circus.
Pansifal. That's not you. Pansifal, a humanoid, but it appears that they've got their outfit. The neck of the frills of the outfit around them is a cream puff. They have sort of this puffy pastry sort of doublet to them. They're sort of very soft brown pastry color. It is clear that this person has like horn with them. They're the herald of the court here. She addresses them. She's like, "Not you, Pansifal. Would you please write up, or at least have the scribes write up a document in regards to an agreement between House Citron and Candia that, based on performance, there is the opportunity for livelihood of their own crest based on performance."
It is not, unfortunately, on behalf of my house. It will be my service to you, Your Highness.
Make a persuasion at advantage.
20, not that.
As Queen of Candia, I have a lot of important duties that I must attend to. Very specific things that I can and cannot do. As the former Witch Queen of the Dairy Isles, I have a much different vision and approach to this sort of request.
Yes.
I will ask no questions. I only let you know that should your loyalty sway, I have no problem using what we must to reclaim that which is loyal to Candia.
Yes, of course.
That being said, I am more than happy to amend this, that it's specifically to you and based on your performance and not based on your house.
Thank you.
You have my warning, you have my blessing, and momentarily you will have signage.
Yes, thank you.
Next, please.
Yeah, I wander back out into the courtyard.
Yes.
What were we discussing?
So these do not have an individual platoon we are assigned to on them. How would these poor you?
I
Hello.
almost didn't notice you. You blended with the background. So sorry.
Cavanaugh Godivia.
Yes, that's the owl.
For the third time.
Ha. Simple, short,
A pleasure.
dusty.
We're continuing to make completely jovial eye contact, hand behind the back, glove off, new glove on, and snap.
Wonderful. What brings you here?
My niece's husband's dog. You know, it's really. I would love to bore you with the details. I am the safety inspector. With the, I have to make sure that none of the roads are washed out and the trees are not where they're not supposed to be.
Are we expecting there to be roads in an area that has never been civilized? Well, there's not
I
going to be any
mean,
roads.
natural trails from all of the. Are there animals in Candia? Yeah.
There are butter pheasants and butterscotch falcons and
Oh, you know those
sugar
falcon
canes.
trails.
Quilliam is a tootsie.
Well, we're planning on building some eventually. I have to make sure there's not. Hello, who are you? What brings you here?
I just sort of casually but kindly point to the
To
already
make the point.
fully extended invitation royalty list.
Yeah,
This invitation from the Queen to myself, Cavanaugh Godivia, we all. Did you receive?
Somewhere. I think I no. When I find it, you'll be the first to know.
Keep me posted. So you're here to inspect the safety of trails that may or may not exist as we create them. I see.
And we are certain you are in this platoon, he said, somewhat quizzically at the large gummy bear in charge.
Razzleberry, sort of bleary-eyed still, is like,
Sir Serrano did say that there would be a surveyor for potential roads and avenues of egress back. There's an assumption that this is perhaps that person.
I see. How are the platoons coordinated?
Saccharina. Her Majesty Saccharina, sorry.
I see.
He said, potentially seeing.
In that case, what would happen if one of us assigned to this platoon could not make it? If one of us was waylaid elsewhere?
I'm not sure I'm following.
Let's say your diplomat did not show up, or your member of the archaeology division fell in broke ankle.
Would never happen. It's
Never
far too
happen.
dexterous.
Let me clear up any doubts. If you're talking about once we leave, you can expect to be under the full protection of the Knights of North Gambia and under the seal of Queen Saccharina.
Yes.
if you're talking about people not showing up beforehand, I'm sure we'll make do with who comes when they come.
So they would not be replaced. They would not have nothing with that.
Oh no, they would be replaced with someone who's mostly fit for the job.
Are those replacements for our positions also joining us? If we were to become injured or incapacitated?
I hope so. I've been told that I have anywhere between 5 and 7 platoon under me.
Mm-hmm.
So. I see. Thank you.
So,
Much appreciated.
absolutely. I know we're supposed to head out today, but I'm going to be very honest, I'm very tired.
It is always best to be fresh and ready for adventures.
I would say that when we do head out, we will head out on the morrow. That being said, I can't make any other decisions until the rest of the platoon arrives. Oh.
You're
hello.
waiting on me. Okay.
You're back.
Yes.
How did it go?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
How did it...
My audience with the queen? She's fantastic.
Yeah. Did she didn't... Okay. Sorry.
She did not give me instructions for you. Are you not supposed to be in charge here?
No, I am absolutely in charge here.
I see. You look very tired.
I am insanely tired right now.
I see.
I am insanely tired.
Should we perhaps set up a camp and then...
No need to camp.
No need to camp. You can stay in Dalsington for the night. It's on my expense. Sorry. I'm supposed to remember to say that. Yes, you can stay in Dalsington, the nearby town outside of the castle walls. And,
Tiny gleam, quickly suppressed.
Yes!
It's kind of like shoving. So by expense, what do you?
Oh, fantastic.
Well, question you should definitely answer. I would never bring such up, of course, myself. However, I'm very interested.
Yeah, all the food and the stays and all that is on House Frostwhip, and I'm a liaison in this situation here. So if you need to go eat or something, enjoy yourself. Have the good stuff. I don't know if they'll have.
I hear there's a fantastic lingerie shop and also several taverns.
Lingerie shop.
Tell us more.
Yes, indeed.
I honestly didn't read the document that she told me to read about what is considered an accurate expense. So for now, I'm going to hand wave it. And I'm going to say that that's probably
it would
part
be
of it.
It would be needful.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
necessary
already
for
opening a
diplomatic
tab in
stuff.
my head. It's like,
Perhaps you seem to
get a
give
lot
us an
more
allowance.
Leslie.
Good. Yeah,
There is in fact an allowance for this expedition, of course, yes?
there is. Yeah.
Well, perhaps a small advance for the township stay?
Attack.
Perhaps we should sign the document that says that you guys are part of this before I hand you a bag of money.
Yes, of course. I have my
This is the
agreement
reason.
already.
You see Sir Raspberry reaches around their plate mail. Toxis is a very familiar sort of movement that you are used to doing. They eventually find like a pouch at their hip that has a document in it rolled up. And looks around at the open field of sugar grass and Oreo dust dirt, and puts their shield on the ground and squats down and is like, and rolls it out on their shield and is like, please sign here.
Just on the dirt.
On the shields, using the shield as a table.
Full John Hancock.
I think I'd like to add a character detail that I've been now imagining, where because I am a Cavalier, I have a Cavalier's type hat where it's
Oh,
like the
heck
white
yeah.
one with the feathers.
Big ol' like sugar
And I have my own quill
In the cat!
in the cat. I touch it to my tongue and I sign the entire thing, Kitcat The Caravanning Cavalier. It has that's the whole title.
It is very long.
TM.
TM.
Yeah.
Circle,
Because it gave you the opportunity to write slightly larger. Than
And I give you that.
Me just like quietly trying to find pen that works, and I'm just pulling it out of my hood and like one out of my shoe, and I'm just like.
Oh, this was a fantastic detail. Do you mind if I borrow?
Absolutely, my darling.
Take my sign. And I hand it back.
You eventually find some form of writing utensil. You at first attempt
Like
to
an
write,
eyeliner, and I'm just.
scratch out. You have to multiple times scratch out the letters because it doesn't give the pigment on
Like
the first go.
sharpening the eyeliner.
Clearly seeing you struggle, offer quilt to.
Jacobee's going to spell out their name very nicely but very slowly and carefully. They're going to hand it back, and like seeing a bit of honey on the quill, they're just gonna go, and the honey goes back into their hand. They hand the quill back.
Just cleaned it.
Nothing has changed.
It is the same as it always was.
Good to see you again after a few years.
Yes.
How many years was it exactly?
And with that, I will take my leave.
He picks up the scroll. He picks up the shield.
That
he
should
puts
be
it on his
definitely.
back.
Our allowance?
Oh yes. He grabs a pouch of coins attached to his belt area and hands it to you. This is an allowance for what I can assume the entire trip.
The entire trip? I count
The
it.
one pouch?
I count it.
It's what I was given. It's not. I don't use my money.
Oh.
Don't spend their money.
We don't spend our money.
We don't spend our money!
But I assume we have come fairly well supplied, all of us, yes?
Yes.
Is
I
this
came very well prepared for this, and if needed, I can share rations and, well, help forage for food if need be.
Does this allowance also count for our stay in Dulcington?
Yes.
Yes?
Actually, it does. Yes. This is the allowance, including the Dulcington.
The Dunsington trip will be removed from that purse.
Yes.
Wonderful. It is good to know.
I
Just
thought you
see
said it would
the
be on
bills lower.
your dime.
Me is a part of the castle. Me and my dime.
That's different
Will
ways.
you be joining us for the evening?
Is that an invite?
I kind of like saunter a little closer. Would you like it to be?
I very much would not like it to be. I'm very tired. I'm just being polite. I'm very sleepy.
I think Jacobee's going to go over to just like, if you would like any assistance on any official Candian business, I've been known to work with them many times before, and I'm quite well versed in the bureaucracies and paperwork and such.
In regards to getting more funding.
What?
What? What are you asking?
Well, it seems like you've been up all night doing paperwork. I'd rather know that.
Oh, the
look at
paperwork.
someone's
No. Don't you worry about the paperwork. It's not even. It's Knights of North Gambia stuff. It's
just gonna raise an eyebrow.
it's when you come from Gambia, you know.
You've been untouched
Well, I
today,
don't
imagine,
quite,
yes?
but
Yeah, you wouldn't know. That would be silly of me to tell you and ask. I would like to politely leave now, but I am requesting that you let me and stop asking me questions.
Might
because
you
they're important.
escort me to the gate and then continue on in that direction?
We will make our way toward Dulcington for the night then.
Yes.
Yes.
Good, very good, very good. Thank you. If you had any other questions, I'm sure Limey is more than available to answer them.
Is Limey also leading a platoon?
Yes.
Separate.
Yes.
No.
We will be running tandem.
Would we like a chaperone for the town, since I am not quite so familiar with only rumors, of course.
Oh, my darling, I know exactly where we're going.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. leave then.
Good night, Limey says at 11 in the morning. And trudges off towards the castle.
So I guess, what time of day is it right now?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. As Razzleberry, no, I might have said Limey. As Razzleberry trudges
How
off.
far from the castle is Dulcington?
Dulcington is about 1.5 miles away. Not
Really
very far.
not that far at all.
It is the tiny little commerce village for the people who work in but don't live in Castle Candy.
Let's see. Are there any sort of this seems like a very common trek, so would there be any public transportation we could just take? Like a shuttle for citizens who wish to go to the Queen to
Carrot.
Make an investigation.
Yeah, I would assume that would be a thing. There's no need to travel hard.
Hard enough. First day.
Investigation, you say?
Yes.
That was a 15.
That was a 15?
Yeah.
There is clearly a carriage site that people are being chauffeured to and from for various shifts. Very clearly and very quickly.
Yeah.
Under an overhang just outside of the moat on the castle wall. There's
Excellent.
sort of a little stand set up.
I almost without non-democratically electing myself the leader of the party in this moment.
We're leaving.
I say, all right, everyone, let us be on our way. And we have no business here, so let us be on. And start just proudly walking my way as this adventure leader type personality. Just assuming people are following.
Just desperately shoving a bunch of shit back in my pocket.
You are not ready to be mobile yet. You just finished signing the paperwork. Put the pen back in the right place.
It's an incredibly low perception check, so I'm just going to say you make it. A cerulean blue cart guard has a handful of your stuff as you're trying to pick it up and hands it to you. You don't have to roll because it's like a DC 5 to see that they have picked up some of your stuff for you and hand it back to you.
Which one?
You don't have to roll.
As you make it.
You did. You made the check because the check is impossible to fail.
Oh, okay. I was like, sorry.
Have a good day.
I follow this person, Kitcat.
As soon as I see that you follow, I put out my arm in a whoosh,
Oh.
my lady,
Oh, right, thank you.
and escort toward the carriage area. Come along now. I make an eye toward you like you're being too slow or something. You're clearly not, but...
Very well.
Is Sherry?
Anyone else? Are we all covered?
Jacobee's gonna slowly trail behind, kind of keeping their distance and trying to be polite.
In that case, I will set pace with Jacobee.
Worry not. We would not want to split the party. That would be rude.
Of course!
Of course.
Are you the one with the purse? Who's holding the purse?
Yeah,
No.
I tucked it in my...
Just kind of very
Sticking with the
specifically just hanging around.
Fair
But
enough.
hello.
Hello.
I don't know that we've been introduced.
Talk.
My son?
The little marmalade. Tangeline, please.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
So,
Tangeline.
I have a background in accounting before I was a safety inspector. Just ballpark. What are we talking about as far as, just because somebody should keep track.
Yes, no, we have more than enough to enjoy a day exploring Dawsington and restock whatever supplies that we need. I'm assuming. I counted it.
You open it up and there's clearly enough for at least a day
Okay.
in Dulcington.
Yes. So, should we have some libations or have a little refreshment and then do a little get to know the townspeople, perhaps?
Refreshments.
Yes.
Refreshments.
Let's set a destination. You said you know the town very well.
Yes, my lady. I believe my preferred tavern within Dulcington would be the... What's a cute name for a candy tavern? I don't have one on my brain right now.
The Sweet Tooth?
Oh, it's
That's a
cute.
cute one.
Sweet Tooth. The Sweet Tooth. They have a delightful mead that is especially honeyed. Very, very sweet. Do recommend.
That sounds delightful.
I actually don't know if that would How does that work for?
How does what work?
Never mind, let's not think about that too hard.
So we're gonna have sex then. We're gonna carriage.
Marriage?
Carriage.
Carriage.
Someone says carriage and you're like, marriage!
No! Yes, I escort to the carriage. I let them know of our destination in Dulcington being the Sweet Tooth Tavern. And we make our way there. It's a mile journey. It's really not far.
Quickly picked up by the peppermint individual in the carriage. It's as uneventful as possibly could be.
I think I'd just like to take this question and ask while they're all confined in this small space. So where did Quillian come from?
Is the bird in the carriage with us?
Definitely. On shoulder, if
All
all
times.
possible.
Excellent.
As I studied the deeper mysteries of the Bulbian Church, I realized that the differentiation between the flavors of magic was really more of a spectrum. Aquilian is an example of a celestial entity summonable even by the most arcane of means. Which is technically accurate, because it's a celestial template entity, which I summoned with my arcane magic, because I'm not a cleric.
That's probably the best explanation of magic we've gotten in ever.
Not.
He sees a squirrel.
So you summoned him?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I've not heard of those in the Bulbian having such talents.
Truly, the Godivian family are the beneficiaries of many statistically unlikely scenarios.
What does a fine blessing?
Yes, thank you. I will treat William VI with love, care, and embrace his time with us, however short it may be.
Where did you learn such arts?
Oh.
I don't remember much of that being gone over in the monastery.
Oh no, it is long after our time. A time after our time.
Time after our time.
I have studied quite a few interesting facts,
And I pull open leather satchel with large book.
my skill sets have definitely evolved since you saw me last.
As I can tell.
It's almost like I'm a different person, but I'm definitely not.
Same old
Cavanaugh. But these are exciting new skill sets that I'm very happy to tell you all about if you are interested.
I would love to hear.
And I'll start rambling on about arcane theory, which if anybody's
Until-
actually focused in Arcana, is about 30% bullshit by volume, but with enough legitimate accuracy in it to make the spells work.
For sure, filling in holes with
Right.
gobbledygook.
And
Whatever
of course,
sugar,
the
water.
Runic symbology, when steeped in sufficient quantities of brittle sugar, creates a crystal matrix which channels the ambience from the bulb into the spell itself, meaning that all sigil magic is in fact divine.
So how much... Can I make an Arcana check to see if this is
How
actually
much?
accurate?
30% by volume. That said, hey, deception time.
Are we still in the carriage?
You're arriving.
Oh god.
12 plus
I've been rolling garbage with
19?
these dice. No, not even close.
19.
That could be true.
Fascinating.
Yes.
At this juncture,
Fascinating.
Interesting.
at this juncture, not only have you arrived, but you've already gotten out and have entered into the bar, which
Continue.
you guys have continued this conversation
Yeah.
as you've walked.
Yes.
I'm already like at the bartender.
Hi.
What are you doing?
My son! Sir.
He's like, I didn't want this much attention.
I love him.
Hooligan shit.
Let's see. I assume here we've arrived at the tavern, and I say this is one of my favorite ones because the bartender waitress is a Comet girlfriend of mine. I visit in Dulcington, and I walk up to see if she's on shift today.
Not today.
Not today.
Today there is an individual behind the bar who appears to be yellowy in color. They have a sort of lemon-shaped head, and they've got sort of over, like, splinted leather. Like, they're wearing armor for sure, but they're wearing an apron over top of it. have you been in Candia a long time? Or not particularly near?
Um,
Have you been near Castle Candia a long time?
I have not visited Castle Candia in, I would say, at least a year. Like, since the end of the campaign, I haven't been there.
For sure. Then roll a disadvantage history check to know who this is.
My son!
History.
Boy. 16.
16.
Oh, little hood rat.
Rumors of this individual exists. So much so that they've been here last year, and you're unsure why they're in this specific place, but you know this as Sir Theobald Gumbard's squire, Limone Longhauls.
Is this Limone?
This is Limone behind the bar.
God damn it.
Holy shit!
I know him.
Okay, bye.
Hello, Limone.
Oh, hi. It's good to see you. Choco Cat.
Where's Jellica?
Oh, she had a bit of things to do today, and my job is to fill in gaps at this bar when I'm not being a squire. It's supposed to help me be good at talking to people and stuff.
Is Theo not paying you enough that you have to work?
No, I'm not. I'm fairly comfortable, really, but Theo said I'm not good at talking to people. So he wants me to, do a social job where I have to talk to people a lot. And so...
How's business been since you started?
It's been so bad.
I look around and there's
two people, and it's like a grizzled old, like peppermint guy in the corner, and clearly a very, very not from in town strawberry who clearly is passing through and is not comfortable.
Well, perhaps we could help. I do have some performance experience if you would like an attraction for the evening.
I don't know if I have the jurisdiction to say yes to that, but I would love some entertainment.
Of course you do.
I would, yeah.
Because this is the Lady Citron and she would like to do a thing.
Lady Citron, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you.
Tangeline, please.
Lady Tangeline Citron, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. We've met. I'm told that I have to say that and then figure it out from there like an improv thing.
I see.
I'm really beefing it, aren't I?
I don't know if that's actually true. You see, I've been traveling with the circus for the last year. You would not have probably been known.
So you
Do
know,
you visit
lady.
Fructera?
No.
Yes, and Limon. Yes, and.
Yes, and I don't. You want something to drink? I feel like this conversation's gone a really long time and I'm very nervous.
I think you need a drink, and I go behind the bar and I pour him a shot.
Honestly, I'm underage, but it doesn't matter. This is medieval times.
I start setting up the stage for myself later.
The sage stage?
Stage.
Okay. I was very
After
confused.
I
There's food
pour
as well.
him a drink, I take the bottle and I plop myself down with my feet up to watch you perform.
I'm just
I was unaware that the Marmalade family performed. Tell me more.
The Marmalade family, you see, I've been traveling with the
Swirler Sisters?
Swirler Sisters for the last year or so. Yes, you know, of course, my family's reputation. However,
yes.
I decided that perhaps a small. They've taken. How do you say this? Taken captive. We're taking a very brief break from the diplomacy and the politics. I think it's just not fantastic for where I was at the moment.
Like you don't really want to follow in the exact family footsteps. You want to make your own self shine through. Yes, I have no experience in this.
I have none!
I have heard that is a thing.
Yes,
Other people
precisely.
do.
But I think perhaps if we can arrange a deal, my performance brings some business to you. Maybe you offer us a stay for free.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that that's pretty good. I like that a lot. Yeah, you could stay for free.
I pull out.
You,
like, some
I mean,
of my
you can
flyers.
actually also stay legally for free because you're a lady, but that's okay. If you want to, if you.
But you see this,
Okay.
I have my friends here. So it's really
Oh
nice
yeah,
to
they're
meet
not
us
lords
there.
and ladies, are they?
Well,
They're common folk.
They are traveling. They are my companions.
They're like the riffraff of Candia, aren't they?
Are you still behind the bar?
Yeah, he's still
So I'm just kind of like, just have already like kind of invited myself back there, and I'm just
We're
like
both-
slowly mixing my
Yeah,
own
we both
drinks.
did that.
Is it something like a very war crimes kind of drink? Like
Yeah.
war crimes vodka?
That is a drink name.
Vodka.
I'm gonna
Vicious
try.
war crimes.
I don't know.
Coffee, tequila, baby.
I'm gonna convince. one
And
of
I'm
the
just like
kids.
not even in like a glass, like I've just kind of got like my own
bowl.
flask,
Oh,
and then like
flask.
another flask. And then
How long do you need to set up the stage?
Not very long, but I would like someone to hand out these flowers to perhaps draw some folks in for a little celebration. Ah, magnifique!
And I'm going to hit the little circle and charm the living hell out of every Candian with all kinds of mostly true statements about how great this is going to be with an entrance.
Roll a persuasion.
Not hard.
17, 22.
You get 22 patrons to come into this very small bar.
Start
each of them
collecting a few
paying money.
entrance fees.
I want to know what things you say to persuade people.
Have you seen from the exotic lands of Fructeria and Candian borders that which is both sweet and sweeter, the most sweet treats of them all, acrobatic, majestic, and more noble than anyone you will ever see in the rest of your life? Because for one night only, she is here.
I'm sold.
Yeah,
Roll a d4.
2.
Alright, 22 times 2, you get 44 pieces of silver in total.
Damn.
The entrance fee is 2 silver. Gold is an insane currency for people to have.
Yeah.
So they hand you, like, essentially, like, $5 worth of money in the form of 2 silver, and they go inside. This place is pretty packed. Almost immediately.
And down.
if I'm just like picking through people trying to find the seediest one because I'm looking for like what other kind of vices I can like, procure.
Make an insight check or an investigation check to kind of find that individual.
Okay, what do I roll?
Roll a d20. Almost everything is d20 based.
Okay.
And then that
Just
list
occasionally, I
of
don't
these
know.
things is going to be most of those information. It is in alphabetical order, and it's going to be on your sheet, not theirs.
Hopefully it's on this one and not the physical one that I have.
Jacobee,
Sweet.
Lamone addresses you.
It's good to
I
see
don't know,
you
whatever he just
again.
told me to look for.
It's lovely to see you again, Lamone. How's your squiring?
So I'm rolling, wait, a
It's going
persuasion?
so good. I
Probably.
feel like I'm
Wait,
combat
which
ready.
persuasion
I'm not really good at being a
for
diplomat though, because I'm a cough drop and nobody likes a cough drop. So
That's all right.
Persuasion is 4.
You don't need to be.
As in plus
Not
three or
everyone
plus
has to be good at
So
diplomacy.
would it be
That's
a
what we have
perception or a
friends for.
persuasion?
So I'm like a war guy, like Liam Wilhelmina, Count of Frieseberg.
Ideally, it's perception.
Well, I wouldn't quite say that either.
Okay.
Oops.
What would you say?
12
I
plus...
feel like
That's
there's.
alright.
I feel like there's a middle ground that
So
can be struck
15?
between war and
15 to
between
find
war
drug
and
dealer.
diplomacy.
15 to find drug dealer.
Oh my god.
Got the stuff. Got the power.
There is clearly a fairly young, surprisingly young, probably in their like early 20s, individual who looks, based on their physical form, is more highborn than they're more humanoid than Candy. They have sort of a rainbowy color scheme to them. And to describe their appearance, I don't want to call down bad things, but the only way to describe it is sort of like a medieval frat boy. They're very like flat on top, clearly like a Chad dude.
Leather jerkin or
They're like, yeah, they're like fucking for sure.
Kicked out of the tart guard.
They're not tart shaped. There's no reason not to give you. They're for sure like an everlasting gobstopper person in like layered rainbow color.
For sure.
So
Sorry, I know my brain just blanked. I just like.
that's alright, dude. That's alright. I would. I mean, you came up to me, so like, I don't know. You tell me. What's up, dude?
If somebody just say, I have a friend.
Yeah, me
Of a
too.
friend.
Yeah, I got friends. I got brothers too.
Let's just say that they were looking for a little booger sugar.
Yeah, absolutely.
You seem like my man.
Yeah,
so-
I actually for sure am. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, I mean, what kind of fiscal reward are we talking about?
I just kind of like have like a loose like handful of whatever I like grabbed out of the bag, but yeah.
You're spending our allowance on drugs.
Roll a sleight of hand. I've got a way of doing this. Roll a sleight of hand, which is just roll the d20 and add the sleight of hand modifier. Roll a perception
plus
check.
5, so 17.
17.
That's 20.
A 20. Roll just 1d4 then, which is the pointiest one, the smallest one.
Roll the culture.
A 3.
Huh?
It's got a 3.
A 3. Nice.
It would be very easy for you to skim some off of like the door fee without anyone really knowing. So that's probably I'm out of game. I'm gonna not pick my pocket, but pick from the
Well, I mean, like,
Your ability to come across money in ways of like picking it up off of tables behind Cavanaugh, and like one of the coins that fall out of the purse as it was the drawstring wasn't pulled very tight. You've managed to grift out of the room about 3 silver pieces.
okay.
And you hold out a little handful of 3 large, essentially large coins. He's like, that'll do it. Yeah. He takes that from you and says, meet me out back in like, I don't know, about 10 minutes.
Well, have I given it to him? I can't have given it to him already.
Do you want to try and hold it away from them?
I mean, you don't just give money and then like
Wait
for somebody to meet you out back with drugs.
Here's my money, strange man.
Yes. They go to take it and you close your hand. They're like,
5
fair
to
enough.
10 minutes.
Fair enough. See you in the back. Yeah. And they leave. That being said, you have drawn a crowd. It's probably evening time at this point. Afternoon, evening. For the little show.
So I'm gonna begin doing just like a very acrobatic, theatric version of what is essentially Moulin Rouge
Nice.
in the background. I'm going to. Okay, this might be. I don't know if it's possible to do this. Maybe as a bard, but I'm gonna lace the performance with like a little bit of persuasion magic,
Charming.
and then pass around a tip jar.
That's precious. Go ahead and roll a performance check. If you have any, do you have any spells that might be considered
don't.
charm spells? Not yet.
Have,
That's okay.
Dissonant whispers.
That's not going to charm you.
That is
not gonna charm.
That's
The opposite of what you want.
Somebody
Yeah,
starts
that's
razzing you
not-
from
yeah.
the audience, or just
That's
not,
fair. Roll-
Prestidigitation.
no, well, just roll it. If
Okay.
if you had
I-
charm person, it would be more specific.
I will say that Jacobee's going to come by and say, good luck on stage, and cast guidance on
Roll
you.
an additional d4.
Additional D4.
Add 1 d4 to that.
Okay, so that's 6, 7, and performance or persuasion, you said?
Performance.
Performance, so that would be 6, 7, 12.
Baby is
12.
12.
Oh, and she loves you.
It was a foot. I thought it was the cat.
Oh,
Laying
sorry.
his paw on me, and I was like, he has arrived. It goes over really well. Yeah, the tip jar, surprisingly, for a bunch of fairly poor individuals who basically work at Cows of Candy and are maids and sort of house stewards, you get an additional 12 silver pieces
Give
from
them the best night of their life.
from the tip jar at the end of it. That's fucking pretty sweet. Yeah, they are incredibly jazzed by that. And even Lamone is kind of happy. He seems like he's actually almost having a good time. He's very shy about it, but you can see that he's enjoying himself. That being said, the night wraps fairly quickly. You go out back, and they've got a little, about golf ball sized ball of some form of like hard sour candy. And they are flanked by two others that look very similar to them, and they hand you the little ball, and they're like,
Bro.
the money.
Yeah.
This is where you give them money, my friend.
So I'm just like slowly reaching and also handing. Just
Yes. They take the money and they're like, good doing work with you. It's more fun than work, really. Anyway, if you need me some other time,
Catch you later.
Catch you later, bro. And they stare at you in a bro way.
I just stare back at them in the broest way.
Bro, tight.
In my
tight.
fellow bro.
And the three of them leave, and you have your little rock, your little round rock.
Put it in one of the pockets.
Is there any way to make a perception check to perceive anything shady going on?
Make a stealth check, and you make a perception check. Oh, that's fucking good. That's also fucking good.
23.
22.
You noticed.
You're the night.
It's clear that Tox needed to go for a bathroom break, but there's a bathroom in here. Which is a little odd. But maybe they're shy. They leave. You don't see them out in the street, even though you peek your head out. And they come back in an appropriate bathroom break amount of time, about 7 minutes later.
Looking particularly satisfied.
That's a real close. Those are fucking great rolls, but 22, 23 is real close.
That's great.
Jacobee just sort of shrugs and passes it off.
Y'all get your short rest.
Excellent. And it's not like we really needed a short
Yeah,
rest.
no one casted really any big spells or took any damage, so short rest done. The night is over.
Only emotional damage for being like out-quartered.
Out-signatured. The morning arrives, and I am safe to assume that y'all hop back on the carriage and get the fluff back to
The castle.
the castle for
ready for
your
Razzle.
platoon for Razzleberry to take y'all out on the adventure. Woo! That was awesome.
Woo! And I
That's
think
fucking
that
cool.
is because I have work in half an hour. So
Oh. Oh shit, it's 2:30 already. Damn.
it's 2:50.
50.
Thank you everyone for being here. That was an awesome little intro. I'm so glad that I over prepare every session my entire life. This is a blessing as a DM. I've got next session sort of ready already, so I'm excited about that.
Excellent. And we're ready to start on our adventure the next time. I like that we got the character introductions, and I like the intrigue of the fuck is going on here.
There's a lot of intrigue.
Yeah.
Sort of around.
It's good that I picked like an awkward character because I have like when I'm put on the spot for anything, I kind of like
Freeze.
Fold.
yeah. So
I maximally
Feel that.
suspect you two, so
and I'm
Suspect
sure that will
what?
get better
Suspect
over
a
time.
fault.
I just need to like relax into it.
Excellent. I'm
That's
very
fair.
happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For the food, for the game.
For the game.
Thank you for coming. This is really
Thanks for having us.
Alrighty, I can quickly.
I should end the stream. Where is the mouse? Oh, here it is.
mouse.
Is it on? No, it is not. I turned it off to save battery.
Smart.
Well, that's it. It's just the next.
Stop
week is all
recording?
getting
Is that
recorded
this
as part
one?
of the session.
recording,